The Wise Guys TCG10 helps support the Wise Guys. Go to inkgaming.com and use our coupon code.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg Farley from the Wise Guys, aka Pegasus. It's Chill Sunday. Today, I was kind of doing some research over the last week, just myself. This time, I didn't have a conversation with anybody, and I had remembered something from school that I learned. I think it was like in college, and I didn't know this all the way up to college, and I feel like it really mattered. But it was called V.A.R.K. And you're like, V.A.R.K, what the hell does V.A.R.K mean? V.A.R.K is a method in which we all learn something new. So this is a Yu-Gi-Oh page, so I'm first talking to the people that come here for Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm also talking about everything in life where the ways that you learn. Anyways, V.A.R.K is visual, auditory, read and write, and kinesthetic. So sorry, it just got super duper bright while I was talking, so you know, it always shines on me when I'm spreading knowledge. See what I did there. But these are the 4 ways that we learn. So visual, auditory, read and write. So read, really. And then the K is for kinesthetic. So kinesthetic. Kinesthetic is the way that I learn. So I'm talking about myself first. Very selfish. Kinesthetic, the way that I learn, kinesthetic means hands-on. So when I'm studying like a new deck, like let's say when Spiral format happened, or when I learn something in martial arts, you know, I've been a martial artist for 20 years. When I learn something, the easiest way for me to learn something is to learn doing something and being hands-on with it. If I'm not hands-on with it, I can't learn it the same way. Like I think I have an issue where I can't learn it. Whereas someone that learns the visual way, they can watch someone else playing Yu-Gi-Oh and learn a deck that way. So I'm using Yu-Gi-Oh as the example. You know, my friend, former teammate, he would watch a combo and he'd be like, okay, got it. When we talk about auditory, you know, if you watch your favorite Yu-Gi-Tuber, whoever that is, like for me, Lithium or MST TV or Cali Effect, when they're breaking something down, while I listen to them, I really still don't have it until I go play test whatever it is and have it in my hands myself. So the number one thing for me when I'm learning something new is to get my hands on it. Whereas someone else can learn in the way that as soon as they hear it, it's like a check mark. They check it away in the page in their mind and they have it. Visual is where they can look at something, you know, a YGO replay, and learn the combo that way. I cannot do that. A lot of people can't do that. Some people can learn all 4 different ways. Some people, you have a really hard time in a few areas. I think I learn the way of listening, but kinesthetic is probably my primary way. I have to get my hands on something and screw it up first before I really have it. Read and write doesn't so much apply to Yu-Gi-Oh itself, but I do think it does a little bit, because I've seen where someone will explain a combo to me online, you know, like when I very first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh again, like I had stopped playing for a long gap from Synchro to, I think I came back when like Angeli came out or Madolce came out, and the guy was explaining the combos to me. It was some guy at Locals, and he like wrote it down, and it helped me a little bit, but it still didn't click, like until I had to go grab the cards and then lay them out on the table and then read it and then say, okay, now let me look at these cards, now let me figure it out myself. So again, visual, auditory, read and write, and kinesthetic. We all have a different way of learning. We can dip and dive into different ones, but it really matters which one is the best for you. And this is about anything that you learn in life. I'm not just talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I do think that it applies definitely to Yu-Gi-Oh, and I hope this helps somebody in the way that you learn a new deck. So like take Tenyi, or trying to think of all the decks that are coming out, Hakai, or the Gladiator Beast when they re-up. I got a video coming on that this week. Whatever it is, if you've never played Glad Beast, you have to like learn it. So how are you going to learn it? Are you going to go back and watch old videos? That would be visual. Are you going to listen to people talk about it and explain, Chariot there's a counter trap that did this, or Gazaris did this, whatever, so on and so forth. The cars did this, whatever the cards' names were. Um, Kinesthetic, you have to go pick up the Glad Beast cards and actually have them in your hand, or go on Dueling Book and play test, play test, play test, play test. I feel like that's the best way, but I'm talking about that's the best way for me. But I have seen a lot of really good players where I don't think they really have it until it's in their hands. And then read and write, I used to try that. I would write down combos. So like with Spiral, again talking about Spiral, the tier 0 format Spiral, I had to write the combos out because they were so intricate that messing them up on the fly would like make you start all over from scratch. So I had to have some kind of thing where I could refer back to. Again, this is Greg Farley from the Wise Guys, aka Pegasus. I hope this helped you. If it didn't, then you probably cut this video off a while ago. If it did help, then I appreciate you for watching. We're about to cross 1,000 probably this week, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay tuned, man. We got live duels and all kind of stuff coming. YG baby.